Hey guys, got a ding here. I have a AMX 5100 Ace Tanker for you, and unlike the last one I had on this channel, this battle I actually go on the offensive rather than defending a flank. Now before I get started, I just want to go over the crew and equipment loadout on this tank. I have 6 cents situational brothers recon camo mentor because I'm under 10 skills. It's just a personal thing that I do, and I also have smooth ride. Now on the equipment I have stabilizer, lay drive, and vents. There's also another option if you want. It's entirely up to you as the individual. You can drop the vents for optics, which will allow you to also drop the two crew skills of situational awareness and recon. That'll free up 2 spots for you if you want better gun handling or whatever you're wanting out of that. I have it set up like this so I maximize the aim time because of the poor gun handling. I'm also going to try something a little different. I've only seen 1 or 2 other people do this in their videos. There's going to be a couple spots in the battle where I pause the match and explain certain things in more detail to help everyone understand what's going on outside of what I'm doing directly. Excuse me. If you would prefer me to do a straight start to finish commentary kind of style that most people do, I can do that. I just wanted to try this out to see what y'all think. That being said, let's get into battle. Okay, so after reading the list, I actually have this up a little bit too long because of the matchmaking. 1 tier 10 and 1 tier 9. All 8s and 1 failed platoon with a tier 7 is not something you see every day. So after reading the list, I decided I want to go north. Now, when I go north, since I am in this specific tank, it's more of a support tank than an actual frontline style heavy. Don't worry about that 75. He's only going to do 600 damage this match. Now, so since I am support and I will be on the front line, I want to go to an area where I can get easy side shots and wait for the enemy team to be distracted by the ones that are right in front of them. The best spot for that is going to be right here at A8. There's a little rock I'm sure you guys know about, or actually it's more of an extension of the cliff on A7. But anyways, you got one there. It's nice hard cover. A lot of side shots if the team is not paying too much attention. Now here I'm going to go off to the side a little bit because I am taking a little bit longer than I would like to get up this hill, and I just wanted to try this out. It's got a little bit less incline, which therefore means I can have a little bit more speed going up it, and I'll be able to be on the flank of my team should anyone decide to be rushing that area. So we're right at the corner, flat ground, start picking up some speed. And here in a second, I will turn my camera over to where they are usually detected or where they're coming from. And sure enough, there's going to be an IS-3. We just do a quick snapshot at them. Doesn't matter if we hit or not. We just need to get in position. Now at this point, I'm just waiting for easy shots. I try and poke a little bit on the defender because the IS-3 is looking at me, but defender pulls back. But we get the OHO right here blocking the shot, so I go ahead and just hammer out his tracks. If it pens, it pens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It does pen, and we end up able to clip him out, and then we casually put another round into the IS-3 that was focusing it, or trying to focus us a little bit. So now this is the downside to the AMX 5100, a really long reload. It's not all bad though, because it gives the enemy time to lose their attention on me. which I decide not to utilize and go ahead and poke anyways. Probably to go ahead and get the spots on them so I know where they're going. So I go ahead and start getting ready to move out since my reload is almost done. Do easy shots first, don't overexpose. That guy dies and we put a couple into this. But oh no, we have a super Pershing deciding he doesn't want his team to help him. But he goes down anyway. Before I fully commit, I check real quick to see if there's any other shots before going out into the open. Now we've got these two tanks kind of in a corner a little bit. I make the stupid mistake of letting the IS-3 put a shot into me, but he's got that weak spot on top of his turret. Everyone calls it the Mohawk. And we go ahead and finish off the clip in there, and he dies. So now I'm on reload again. And I'm looking for a nice spot to be safe from shots while I reload and be near my team at the same time. I try and use this dead Oho as cover, but I'm looking at my tank compared to where the enemy is, and I decide that it's not a very safe, well, I'll decide here in a second that it's not very safe for me to be here because they have a nice shot on the back of my tank. So we go ahead and just push forward while we're reloading. Now this right here, I notice that the Scorpion G is pushing out past his team. This isolates him from the rest of his team because of the little ridge that's behind him. I also know that there's nobody over on the B3 side because they would have been lit by now. So I go ahead and push into him, accepting the fact that I'm going to take a hit from him. I've got the hit points to do so, and the match is already half over and we're down 2 tanks. So I go ahead and finish pushing into him. Right when I finish reloading, just one shot, he returns, and then I get the kill. Check the other Scorpion. He's looking at me, but we do a snapshot, and luckily it tracks him a little bit. He turns his turret away from us, and we push forward to get another shot in, but he dies anyways. So I go ahead and push into this Borsig, keeping in mind that there's probably other people around. So I use the ridge, go over it, kill him, and then we finish off the KV-4. So then, since they're capping, I just go back to our base to defend that. Most likely, they're all 3 over there. So I'm making sure that I'm not in front of my team when I do this because I've already used some of my hit points to finish off the flank with the Scorpion G. So I look at my reload time, it's 20 seconds. So I go ahead and decide to take the low side just to burn a little bit of time. Cap time is more than what my reload is, so I'm not worried about it. But then I actually changed my mind because it took a little bit longer than I thought it would to get back to our base. So I go ahead and just jump back up and help out this E-100. I'm just going to pause it right here and show you guys something that I didn't see in the battle. When I drove forward to support the E-100 with the IS-7, I actually allowed the T-30 to have a perfect side shot on me. Had he decided to shoot me instead of our E-100, that would have very easily been a loss for our team. What I should have done instead is go on the other side of our E-100, which not only would protect me from the T-30, but it would also give me hard cover for the IS-7. I feel that's a very good example of why situational awareness for the player is very important in this game. He puts a shot into the IS-7 to get the reset. I go ahead and try and go for the underplate. First one pens, but unfortunately the second, the third, and probably the fourth. Yeah, the fourth one bounces. Actually, that was for the tracks, which I can't even do against an IS-7. So I just go ahead and switch to premium rounds for the IS-7. Proc a reload, let my team know I'm reloading. And I just keep an eye on the T-30. Because if he pushes me, I am a one-shot. I'm most likely a one-shot for the IS-7 as well if he doesn't massively low roll. So we go ahead and remind this Emil that I am reloading. T-30 starts pushing him. I get targeted, thinking he's looking at me. I push forward to use this little ridge as cover. He fires. And then I turn my attention to the IS-7, who also fires right before I finish my clip. First one is wild, so we don't do anything, and then we just finish him off with the next couple shots. Then we push forward for a little bit for the T-30. I know he's reloading, so I'm safe. He turns his attention to the Emil, and I go ahead and get the kill shot. And then I just let him know that I'm reloading again. Didn't mean to tell him to stop. That was just by accident. So I check the map to see who's left. It's the IS-30. I know he was last spotted by their flag. The Emil 2 tells me how long he has to reload. I tell him. He gives the affirmative. I go ahead and go north, thinking he may come that way. The only other likely option is for the EF line, which I check just in case I can see him. And then I stop at this rock right here so I don't drive right out in front of him unexpectedly while I'm reloading. Check the health of the Emil 2. And then I push forward. Right when I do that, the IS-3 gets lit down south. I think about going down there, but I decide it's a better idea to have two angles on him rather than just one. So I go ahead and try to flank him. The Emil starts shooting him, but he makes the unfortunate mistake to drive forward into a dead tank, which you don't actually see. I watched it in the replay, which allows the IS-3 to also push forward and get the kill through the side of his tank just before I get there. But he is facing away from me. We snapshot one into him, go for the tracks, put another one in. He returns fire. I tried to do a quick dodge in case he was looking at the front of my tank, but we get the kill anyways. Moving on to the results, we have 66,000 silver times 2 on that, so we get 8,200 XP, 6 kills, 6,407 damage, 24 pens, and 2,000 assistance because of the tracking damage we got and a little bit of spotting. Obviously, we get the mastery badge and the Top Gun. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to check out Clone Guy 72 and SpaceBANDIT. They always have really good videos on YouTube. You can also check me out on Twitch. I do it Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The schedule is in the description. If you liked what you saw, give it a little thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. And either way, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm Got a Dingy, and I'll see you next time.